Good morning, Mustangs. It's Mrs. Pekowski here on this beautiful Thursday morning. I wanted to take an opportunity to recommend a good book to read if you're looking for something to do. Lots of good books are available, even though you can't access the school library or public libraries in person. Lots of good books are available through and audiobooks through something that we offer on our DGS library homepage called Sora. So I'm going to recommend a book, but first I'm going to show you how to access that because I don't have a copy of the book to show you. So I'm going to show you it in Sora. Um, so if you want to read a book and you can't get a physical copy of a book, if you go to the DGS Library homepage, which is dgslibrary.org, and once you are at this page, you're going to go here to the Books tab. And when you click on that Books tab, you're going to see a link to Sora eBooks. Now, Sora has eBooks and audiobooks. It has more eBooks than audiobooks in it, but that's something that you can access from home on your Chromebook. Now, mine is already logged in. If you haven't logged into this before, you're going to have to go ahead and log in the upper right-hand corner here, these three lines that are up here. Your username and password for this is a little different than what you use on your Chromebook. Your username is the same. It's your school username without the email extension. So don't put the @csd99.org. Just use the 4 letters and 4 numbers of your username. The password is your ID number. And so once you put that in, now you can access everything that we have in here. And the book that I am recommending today is a book called Children of Blood and Bone. This is actually a book I read a while ago, but I've just started reading the sequel, which came out in December, which should be popping up here soon in Sora as well. So I'm going to recommend Children of Blood and Bone, and then if you like it, you can follow up by reading the sequel, which should be available to you pretty soon. So Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi is technically fantasy, but one of the things I loved about this book is that it is so much more. There's adventure, there's action, there's romance. The main character, Zaylee, is one of the narrators of the story, although we get multiple narrators in this book, but she's the main narrator. And it starts with her story, telling us about her trying to survive. She lives in a village with her father and her brother. Her mother is dead. She was killed in a war that happened years before, a war that was created in an attempt to remove magic from their kingdom. And so Zaylee's mother, who had magic, was killed, as were many people in this war. And so Zaylee has grown up trying to just survive, trying to find food, trying to make sure that she and her father and her brother stay healthy. And so we start with her story, but what this quickly turns into is a quest to find magic, because there's a hint that maybe magic can be brought back. And so this is Zaylee's story. She goes on this adventure to try and find magic, but it's also the story of her brother. And it's the story of another brother and sister living a very different life than Zaylee and her brother, and their involvement in the story as well. And like I said, it's just action-packed. And because it's a sequel, you can imagine that there is some resolution at the end, but there's also some cliffhangers at the end that will definitely make you want to read the next book. So if that's a book that you're interested in reading or listening to, you can go ahead and log into Sora and check this book out. But don't forget, there's lots of other books in here that you can read as well. And if you have any questions or you're not sure how to do this or you need help, you can always reach out to me or any of the other librarians through email, and we are happy to help. All right. Stay well.